Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mercyhurst University. I'm Dr. Tom Gamble, and as the outgoing president of Mercyhurst University, it really gives me great pleasure today to be here one last time in this particular spot with all of you, students and faculty and staff, alumni, trustees, Sisters of Mercy, and Friends of Mercyhurst. And I stood here many times over the past 10 years. Here's where we announced our first ever international campus in Dungarvan, Ireland. Here's where we announced the Frozen Four being hosted in Erie, Pennsylvania for women's ice hockey. It was here that we welcomed back Megan Augusta, our Olympic gold medal award winner. And so many things, exciting things, have been announced from this location. And now it's time for another big moment in the Mercyhurst history. And perhaps the biggest moment of all, because we're going to announce the 12th president of Mercyhurst University. And in passing the torch, I wish my esteemed successor every success. And I know he will find Mercyhurst the same warm and welcoming and hospitable environment in which I was so fortunate to serve over the last decade. I think that the search committee made a wonderful choice, and my successor has my complete support going forward. So to do the honors, make the official recognition, I'd like to recognize the chair of the Board of Trustees, Mrs. Marlene Moscow.
Thanks, Tom. I know I speak for everyone when I say we are deeply grateful to you for your years of dedicated service as the 11th president of Mercyhurst University. We are fortunate that this is not a goodbye, but rather we'll see you around. We wish you a well-deserved sabbatical and look forward to you returning to the Mercyhurst campus very soon. And now, without further delay, it's both my privilege and my pleasure to introduce to you the next president of Mercyhurst University, Michael Victor. But before that, I also would like to acknowledge his family, who are right here. His wife, Craig Pepper, Root, his children, if they would please stand, Wade Root, Bowman, who couldn't be here today, he works on the other side of the state, Sloan Victor, and her sister Courtney Victor Ross, and her husband, and their baby girl, Reagan, who, by the way, had the most to offer at the other conference we had today, her Cheerios and her juice box and everything. So we know that you're accustomed to wearing many hats, and Michael Victor, we are getting a man who has, you guys can sit, you're getting a man who has worn them all. That of a seasoned executive, an entrepreneur, a fundraiser, a civic leader, a college professor, dean, and president. And what's more, he's an innovator in all of those realms. He's an individual with a record of strategic and impactful leadership, proven capabilities as a fundraiser, a commitment to the applied liberal arts, as well as a professional and career path opportunities, respect the Mercyhurst mission, a strong sense of community involvement, and the ability to engage and unify all Mercyhurst constituents. For many of you, Michael is no stranger. He served with distinction as Dean of the Walker School of Business between 2002 and 2006, before being appointed president of Lake Erie College, where he served admirably for the past 9 years. Throughout those years, Michael has kept his home in Erie. Today I know he is as excited to return to his hometown as he is to Mercyhurst. We can't help but see this as a win-win for Mercyhurst and for the Erie community. I won't delineate all of Michael's accomplishments and attributes. They are on our website for all to see, but I will share just some of the headlines. Michael returns to Mercyhurst after a successful tenure at Lake Erie College, where he doubled enrollment, raised over $40 million for the institution, and launched 12 new academic programs, including a Master of Physician Assistant Studies in partnership with university hospitals and an MBA graduate program. In addition, he grew the athletics program from 11 to 21 varsity sports, including a new football team, and made the transition from NCAA Division III to Division II. Those are the facts. This is a person, as part of the presidential search process, we saw in Michael Victor someone whose presence was immediately warm and engaging, whose intellect and aspirations were bold. He understands the strengths that are unique to Mercyhurst, even admitting that he borrowed a few of them in leading Lake Erie College to new heights. He also fully recognizes that the landscape of higher ed has changed dramatically in the past decade, and it is our belief that Michael Victor is up to the task of navigating the university through the challenges ahead and propelling us into a bold new future. Before we move on, I want to extend my profound appreciation to trustees Rich Lanzello and Joe Nicastro. Joe could not be with us today. I think he was on his way to Warsaw, wasn't he, or something, yeah. Who chaired the Presidential Search Committee, which included representatives from the board, alumni, faculty, administration, and student body. And please just raise your hand, those who were on the Presidential Search Committee, because I know you're in here, but thank you so much for all of your hard work and dedication to this process. I want to tell you, it's a grueling process. And Rich and Joe did a wonderful job meeting with all constituent groups themselves, and I think that was a really added value to the end of our search process. I really can't thank them enough for the high standard they set for this enormously undertaking and for the inclusive nature of the search that ensured everyone's thoughts were heard. We all got to know each other very, very well. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the entire Mercyhurst University family, we thank you, Presidential Search Committee. This time I'd like to invite Attorney Rich Lanzello to the podium for just a few comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. One of the most important duties of a Board of Trustees of a university is the selection of the president. Indeed, next to safeguarding the mission and pursuing the mission of the institution, selecting the president is indeed, in fact, the most important thing we do. In keeping with that responsibility, the trustees of Mercyhurst commissioned a presidential search committee composed of trustees and individuals from a broad array of constituencies from across the university. Personally, and on behalf of my co-chair, Joe Nicastro, which, as Marlene noted, unfortunately cannot be here today, I want to thank all of the dedicated members of our search committee who worked tirelessly throughout the search process. Those members are Sister Joanne Corneen, Rosemary Durkin, Robert Miller, John Langer, Des McDonald, Joanne McGurk, Scott Koskowski, Nicholas Latta, Joseph Morris, Michael Elnitsky, Jan Hawes, Sheila Richter, and of course, Marlene Moscow. Joe Nicastro and I also want to thank each of you here and all of the members of the Mercyhurst community who provided us with incredibly valuable input throughout the process. The committee and the Board of Trustees received all of your comments, and we found them to be most valuable, particularly during this final phase of the search. You told us you wanted a president with a track record of exceptional senior leadership and superb communication and team building skills. You told us you wanted a president with demonstrated expertise in financial and operational management and fundraising. You made it absolutely clear you insisted on a president who would be passionate, a passionate servant of the Mercyhurst mission, who would powerfully articulate the Catholic identity and mercy heritage of this university, and who would tirelessly promote the strong academic and student-focused mission that defines a Mercyhurst education. And I would add, you insisted on a president who would build on the proud accomplishments and legacy of our outgoing president, Tom Gamble. The many highly qualified candidates who came forward during the search reflect proudly on Mercyhurst's outstanding reputation for quality education and service to students. As we came to know Michael Victor through the search process, it became obvious that his vision, his commitment, and his values powerfully align with those of Mercyhurst and the future we all envision for this university. For those of you who do not know Michael, I am confident you will learn, as the search committee did, as the trustees did, you will learn why he is held in such high esteem and regard, and why he is an inspired choice for Mercyhurst at this point in its history. The entire board and I have complete confidence in Michael Victor as our next president, and very much look forward to working with him, as I'm sure all of you in this room do as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming President-elect Michael T. Victor.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, very generous. Well, good morning, everyone. Dr. Gamble, Mrs. Moscow, and Attorney Lanzillo, to Sister Joanne Cornine and the Sisters of Mercy, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Presidential Search Committee, students, faculty, staff, administration, alumni, and friends. Thank you for your most gracious welcome. I'm truly honored to have been selected to succeed Tom Gamble as the 12th president of Mercyhurst University. I'm honored and absolutely excited. Frankly, I'm thrilled to be back home in Erie, back with my family, who you've been introduced to, and back home at Mercyhurst. I'm ready to eat in the Egan cafeteria with our students. Oh yeah, I actually like it. I want to attend as many Laker athletic events as I possibly can. Go Lakers! I want to take in a few Langer films. And I want to eat at the culinary lunch series at Northeast. I look forward to working with the faculty and learning from the staff how things really work. I want to listen to our distinguished alumni. And I want to get to know the board members and Sisters of Mercy even better. I want to go out into the greater Erie community and spread the word to all about how great things are at Mercyhurst University. It's easy to forget when you've been working hard for a long time just how great this university and her people are. We have a lot of talent and treasure here, and sometimes we forget that. I've been president of Lake Erie College for almost a decade. But I've maintained my home here in Erie, and I've kept a close watch on Mercyhurst. Now, a lot has changed since my years as dean here at Mercyhurst. But I want to point out some of the things I have observed. Mercyhurst is now home to the Tom Ridge School of Intelligence Studies and Information Science. It is arguably the most respected program of its kind in the entire world. The Mercy Center for Applied Politics, which is fast becoming a force to be reckoned with in the realm of public opinion polling. The Center for Mercy and Catholic Studies, which just this past spring brought us a standing room only program with Mercyhurst alumna Sister Joan Chittister and former First Lady of California, Maria Shriver. I have watched the prestige of Mercyhurst University grow internationally. I read with interest a recent news report about our forensic anthropology faculty and students being summoned to assist in one of the biggest human rights cases in recent history in Mexico. And once again, I see Mercyhurst is hosting professionals from all over the world at the 4th Global Intelligence Forum in Ireland. That's not too shabby. That's wonderful. Well, I plan to continue these important endeavors and to bring many, many more as we grow our reputation for academic excellence and provide our students with an education that goes well beyond the classroom. I will bring to Mercyhurst a fierce commitment to hands-on learning without compromising our liberal arts core. Mercyhurst's breadth of excellence affords it a unique opportunity to help address the opportunities and the challenges that face higher education today. I have fond memories when I was here at Mercyhurst of the Mercyhurst Carillon. It's been a number of years now since those bells went silent. For decades before that, the familiar Westminster chimes marked every hour, tolling from high atop the O'Neill Tower. The Carillon played music too, everything from hymns to Mercyhurst's alma mater. Those bells added character and beauty to our already gorgeous campus. Wouldn't it be great if they rang again? Well, I come here today with a little surprise. One of my first acts as president-elect was to solicit a donor to repair those bells. The bells will ring again across Mercyhurst by the fall. In closing, I want you to know that I'm fully committed to doing my best to make all members of our college community feel equally welcomed and included. And I look forward to working with our outstanding faculty, administrators, and staff as we, all of us, take Mercyhurst to the next level. Thank you for this opportunity. I am honored to be counted among your ranks, and I promise to put it all on the line as your next president. Our journey begins in August. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for attending this morning. The school, school's over, and I don't know, faculty probably are leaving for whatever they're doing this summer, but to have this kind of a turnout with the school really pretty empty is really, really encouraging, and I thank you all for taking time from your schedules to do that. But before we adjourn, I have to ask the principals if they would stay up here for any media interviews, and we have a little gift to welcome Michael with. I wanted to do a little bit more research, but time ran out. So the first gift we want to present you with is a Lakers cap. I'm sure that I am sure you'll have it. I wanted to find some sports figures who are number 12, but I just didn't have the time last night to finish. And
It's a little small.
and your own Mercyhurst jersey, number 12. Just one last thing I would say to thank Michael for for the anonymous giver to fix our Caroline bells. I think it'll be beautiful, and you're off and running for fundraising, so we really appreciate that too. Thank you, everybody.